We're taking another look at the 2024 recruiting class, and today we're going to shine a spotlight on four-star quarterback Walker White, who signed with Auburn. We're going to look at his highlights, so we're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page, but before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're covering the 2024 recruits, these freshmen, every day this offseason leading up to the college football season, so you get a good idea of what your freshmen look like before they start making plays for your team this year, next year, year after. You need to know something about them. Click that button. Stop missing out on these players. We're looking at Walker White, four-star prospect in both the rankings and in the composite. Ranked 8th in the class in the composite. 5th, though, in the rankings. So we got a top quarterback. Ranked 41st nationally. 107th nationally in the composite. 6'3", 222 pounds. Had 24 offers, but big-time programs after him. Auburn, Alabama, Arkansas, Baylor, many more. Played an All-American Bowl, comped to Will Levis. So he's going to have a strong arm. He's going to let it rip downfield. Dual threat quarterback, so he can be on the move. He can get you yards on the ground. Must improve his accuracy. More consistent with ball placement, but has the arm strength to attack deep. He's going to push it downfield. That means we're going to see some good highlights. Very comfortable out of play action. Targets his guys downfield. I can't wait to see the highlights with you guys today. He was on the 2023 Freaks list for 24/7 Sports. That means we got an athletic prospect here. John David White's his brother, wide receiver at Arkansas, 2019 to 2021. So we have a good bloodline here. Locked in with Auburn. Going over here to On 3. 4-star with everybody. Ranked as like a top 5-ish quarterback in the class, 7 to 3, somewhere in that range, but a 4-star prospect nonetheless. 6'3", 225. So what they got him listed at. That's probably different now since that's dated, but we got Ole Miss, Arkansas, Clemson, Auburn as some of the schools interest him. TCU, so some top-tier Power 5 programs, but we don't consider TCU mixed in with that, but still a good school nonetheless. Let's take a look at the highlights. Let's see what he's working with here. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but we're going to let this one rip. We're seeing him move in the pocket. We're letting it rip downfield. That's a pretty ball out front of his receiver. Stands tall in the pocket. He took a hit there and did not get fazed by it. After the hit even, barely moved. Out in front of his receiver to get the yards after the catch, if you notice that. We're moving. Nice hurdle. We got a long stride to him. Going through reads and progression there. Back corner. Touchdown. Downfield right in front of his receiver. Steps in the pocket. He's got a pretty ball. He's got a pretty ball. And we know Auburn's got the wide receivers coming. They are loading up at wide receiver. If I'm Walker White, I had to come here. Because they're loading up at wide receiver. In this recruiting class, they're loading up at wide receiver. This is the place he wants to be. He's got a pretty ball, and that hums off the hand. I'll definitely say that. We got some speed there. We got some speed. He's not Mike Vick. He's not Mike Vick, but he's got some speed. But that ball's got some velocity to it. I can see why he's comped to Will Levis. Ooh, look at that movement in the pocket. Due to the arm strength, he's got some arm strength too. Gets the ball out there quick. I want to see the low lights so we can see what they're talking about. Needing to improve accuracy downfield, but still, we're pushing it. We're looking good. This is a quarterback going in a situation with a lot of young talent around him as well. So as he develops, getting the starting job, he's going to have wide receivers paired with him. A wide receiver that we're probably talking about today as well, doing a video on, is Perry Thompson. Check that video out as well. It's either going to be posted right before or right after this video, but check that one out. But he's making it rain, folks. He's making it rain. Rolling out, ball's out. Good feet, good balance. Rolling out to the right, getting it out in front of his wide receiver, towards the sideline, away from the DB. We do have some good placement on some of these throws. Like right in front of him. Almost all of these. I mean, stands tall in the pocket. Very calm. Looks very calm back there. Lets it rip. Strong arm. especially when you got these wide receivers coming up. They're on the hunt for some more wide receivers, too. They would have loaded up this class at wide receiver. And he's going to, all he has to do is step up. Take a step forward. You're going to be playing with maybe one of the best wide receiver classes Auburn's ever had. They just got to materialize into more than just potential. They got a lot of potential. It's got a lot of potential. I think Auburn fans will say that. So he's in a situation where if he lets it rip, takes a step forward, can be the guy for Auburn. I'm not saying this year, but in the future, he's got wide receivers. He's got some hosses there. We've covered him before. We covered him before in those wide receivers, and we're covering him again. Some solid guys to catch the ball here once they develop, too. He's getting the ball out there. He's fitting in some windows. It's deep ball city. One thing I like about him, he's aggressive. He's pushing it downfield. I like that with quarterbacks. I think when you're a quarterback like that, you're either going to hit big or not. And I'd rather push it and be aggressive. I'd rather be aggressive with limited fear than just be a fearful quarterback just trying to be pristine. I'd rather just push it. Even if you got some limitations with accuracy, we can always fix that in the back end because you're really trying to push things with your arm. Honestly. Pulls up, looking solid towards the sideline. Honestly, I like aggressive quarterbacks. That's one thing that I look for when I look at quarterbacks. NFL draft, high school, whatever. Are you aggressive getting it downfield? Do you have that gunslinger in you? Because what happens with the gunslingers is they're all or nothing. And the thing about being all or nothing is when you got that all and you tap into that, you're a top guy. And I'd rather have that potential than a ho-hum guy. A guy that's average. He's got top-tier potential with that arm. Pushing it downfield. Seems calm and collected back there. Getting out in front of his wide receivers. Moving on the run a bit. Climbing the pocket. If I talk about wide receivers for Auburn, people are going to say, who's throwing the ball? Who's throwing the ball? Who's throwing the ball? They're getting guys. They got a guy right here. They got a guy right here developing. Right there, right in front of the wide receiver towards the sideline. Humming it, too. He's making some big-time throws. He's on the move now. Sliding. Going through reads. Hits it. Sets and throws. Comes out quick. He's got quick pacing. I don't know. That one might have got dropped, but it's not his problem. Bam. He can throw lasers. He can throw moonballs. I'm sold. I'm sold on Walker White. We just got to tap into the potential. Let's see what the highlights look like in the back half of this. Boy steps up. Holds strong in the pocket. We're getting it. He fires it. I bet you his high school games are fun. Because he was letting it rip. He's letting it rip in these games, too. Look at that downfield. Showing the arm. Look at this. Oh, we got a little glitch. Gets it out. Bam. It's like he's chilling in 7-on-7s on Friday night. His wide receivers are making plays, too. Very good distributor of football. Gets it out quick. Gets his reads done quick. Progresses quick. Has good anticipation. The corner of the end zone. Here we go. Downfield. Pushing it towards that sideline. Good ball placement for the wide receiver to make a play. He's also got good size. His frame's good, especially at the high school level. He's going to fill out on that a little bit. He moves well with that. Downfield. My goodness. This guy's just letting it rain. His clips are fast. Like bam, bam. Downfield again. Back to the end zone in front of his guy. We're looking at a quarterback. He's nasty. Bam. Getting it out to his man right there. To his reads. Back of the end zone. He's moving the pocket. Here we go. We're on the run. Picking up yards on the ground. Solid. Downfield. Hitting him right in the hands. Chill in the pocket. He's very chill. Going through reads. He's just hanging out there and read a book. I've seen enough. And I've also know what's going to be around him too. Dropping the shoulder on guys. Took a hit there. He's showing everything too. We still got a good bit of his tape. Nope, that's it. That wraps it up. That wraps it up for Walker White. And he's got a ton of upside. He's got a ton of upside. He's got a strong arm. Lets it rip downfield. He can throw lasers. He can throw moon balls. He's got some accuracy downfield. Definitely says that. But the scouting report says he needs to work on that a little bit. That being said, we don't have the lowlights. We got the highlights. Highlights are looking good. Considering what he's going to have at Auburn. They loaded up at the wide receiver position in this year's class. He could materialize to be something big if he can get the keys to the car, end up being the starter, develop with these wide receivers. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.